This is about 1.3 kilos of gold-filled scrap that we've accumulated over about the last 6 months. And what we do here is we burn the material to remove any oil and grease, add it to a beaker, pour in some distilled water, and now we're going to add nitric acid to dissolve out all the base metals from that scrap. This is not gold-plated material. This is gold-filled material. It's a thick coating of karat gold over a base metal, usually brass. The nitric acid will dissolve the brass and leave the gold foils behind as thin shells that resemble and retain the shape of what they used to be. After the hot dilute nitric acid treatments have dissolved all of the brass base metal, we gather those foils up in a filter and we put them in a melt dish. And then the next step is very important. We put it in an oven and we burn off any combustible material. And this will conclude the recovery process. And now the gold foils are ready for refining. Here's our recovered and incinerated gold foils. I add them to a 2-liter beaker with a stir bar. We add some hydrochloric acid. Then we start stirring the mixture and add some nitric acid, about 50 milliliters. We're going to pour that right on in, and this will form aqua regia and dissolve the gold foils. We now have the gold in solution. I've added some ice. I'm going to pour it through a filter out the solids. Then we're going to pour the filtered solution into a clean beaker, add sodium metabisulfite, and precipitate out the pure gold. After allowing it to settle, I pour off the waste solution and then do multiple hydrochloric acid and distilled water rinses to rinse off all of the dissolved metals off of our gold powder. We've got the gold concentrated now. We're going to do a second refining. I add hydrochloric acid, a touch of sulfuric acid to precipitate out lead. Put it up on the stir bar there, stir plate, and we add nitric acid to form aqua regia to dissolve the gold a second time. As you can see, this second refining has cleaned the gold up nicely. I add some ice here and we're going to pour it through a filter. Then we'll transfer the filtered solution to a clean beaker and do a second precipitation with sodium metabisulfite. After all the gold precipitates out of that solution, I pour off the waste solution and do multiple rinses, transfer it to a melt dish, and then we put it over on the melt table and start the melt. Start it with a MAPP gas torch. I finish it with an oxyacetylene, pour a nice, clean, pure gold bar into a preheated graphite mold. Here I stamp my YouTube username on the bar. We're going to throw it on a scale. We started out with 1,337 grams. You can see the bar weighs 40.3 grams. That's a yield of about 3% from our gold-filled scrap. This will conclude the video. Thanks for watching.